talk about the Texas homestead exemption. This is not a tough topic, but counties can be different. So it's hard to make a video that's going to tell you exactly what to do. So again, understand that the general ideas, rules, purposes are all the same. The biggest thing I can say is go to your county website. For example, in Dallas, it's dcad.org. But go to the county website or just do a Google search and go to their website. Don't go to another video. Obviously, you're watching the video. So I'm going to give you the highlights, but you don't need to watch two of me, another version of this. Just go to the actual source of truth. You go to the county to find out exactly what this looks like. But here's what an exemption is. If you don't know what to do, here's what to expect as you go through. So if you own a piece of real estate in Texas, in other states too, but I'm talking Texas specifically, if you have it as your primary home, they're going to give you a tax break. They figure because you live in the area, in Dallas County, for me, spending my money for sales tax and going to restaurants and doing stuff, so they're going to give me a little bit of a break because I'm already paying taxes for being local. That's kind of the general idea and process. So what they do is they take portions of your tax bill, like school, for example, and they knock off a certain dollar amount or percentage based on your home's value. So they're going to say, cool, if your home is valued at X, maybe it's X minus set amount, that's then what they tax you on as opposed to the. So homestead exemption says it's your homestead, it's where I live. They're allowing you to have an exemption. So this can be hundreds, if not thousands of dollars. Depends on the price of the home, depends on all the other stuff that goes with it. But it's a big deal. You guys need to do this. Buy a home. The other neat part is it used to be that the homestead exemption in Texas, you can only file it in January, and they'll occupy the home by the end of the year. It is now it should be, but it changes where it works. Like once you buy it, you own it, you can file for a homestead exemption. So that's relatively new. It's a great thing, and that's awesome. But the reality is, do it right away. Now, on occasion, for some reason, if somebody forgets to do it, you can go back. I want to say up to 2 years. Time it's taken, at least for North Texas, some areas. So again, every county different, but I do know they might allow you to go back to last year's if you forgot to do it, make that up, get that difference. But if you forget, it's 5 years later, you just never filed it, man. I'm sorry, you just paid too much in property taxes. That stinks. So when you file it, some counties or Texas, they do vary on what they need. Some you file it, show proof like a driver's license and a water bill, or some sort of utility showing your name on it that you live there. It should be free. I don't know any county that actually charges money. God said, I don't know if you're county in Texas or the plan. The reality is, it should be free. Not let somebody file it for you. You know, you'll get junk mail if you buy a home. Says, hey, it's $35 or whatever. Good for you. It's free. It doesn't take but a minute or two. Let's see. So when you file a homestead exemption, now again, if it becomes a second home or an investment property, you're supposed to remove that exemption. So now they're permitted. Don't want to invest in local sand. They want their money. This technically is more like, I don't know what the equivalent is of local sand, but Texas sand. But obviously they don't want to do that. There are other exemptions you can claim, by the way. There's a disabled person exemption. There is a age exemption, over 65 at the time of this taping. If they ever change it, there you go. But again, you can do all those things, and each one has a different impact. And beyond that, if you're not sure, man, I don't know if I did it or not. Again, go to your appraisal. They call it CAD, Central Appraisal District. That's your county website, and see if you can pull up your address. It should be listed in Texas as well. So you can put in an address or put in your name, find your home, and it should say exemptions, and then it will tell you what's there. It'll tell you what's in place. So if you didn't do it, it'll let you know. If you have it, it should say that if you filed for other things, you can do it, but you can only have one homestead exemption. You cannot have like 3 different homesteads. Call that. So you also don't need to apply each year. Once you've done it, it should be done. So the other benefit, aside from just the immediate tax relief of the homestead exemption, they then limit the amount that your taxes can go up each year, so long as there's not like a major readjustment of value. What that means is, so if like during COVID, house prices went nuts. So if you had a homestead exemption in place, it would limit the amount that your taxes can go up every year. Now they may say, hey, your taxes went up like this whole bunch, but the exemption will allow to where you only pay incrementally. Now the difference is next year, let's say it's 10%, for example, limited where they can only go up 10%. If if they said, man, your property taxes went up 30%. With the homestead exemption, they're gonna just limit to the cap, say your taxes might go up to 10%. Well, that means that next year's going up another 10, until it gets where it's supposed to be, but they at least limit the pain, so you don't have to pay a whole bunch of extra stuff. There are calculators, so if you don't know what the homestead would save you, if you're looking around in a certain county, some counties are better than others with their websites, but some counties will in fact have a calculator. Like, you can pick your school district you're in, you pick the county you're in, pick all this stuff, and it'll then tell you whether it is with, without exemption. So those are super handy. If you guys have questions, as always, reach out to us, whether we're doing your loan without, we're certainly here to help. But the homestead exemptions, like I said, it's kind of a big video, because again, I don't live in the county, and even if you're not in Texas, the same general principle should apply. So hopefully that gets you a good starting place. If you need something, as I mentioned, just reach out to Mortgage Marketing.